Hello everyone and welcome to episode 93 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channels. Pride FC in the year 2008 is literally right after our Rumble from Down Under show. We are having Pride FC Worldwide 3. It's Dennis Hallman versus Luis Santos, the main event. Kind of crazy as far as what happened at Rumble from Down Under. It was a hospital visit for poor Murder Ninja Hua. As he was just really took a pounding. Did not think he was going to go to the hospital after that fight. Definitely would have assumed he was ready to go, but that just kind of shows you the damage he took. And as far as male goes, since it's only been one day, the only thing is Carlos Newton is back. He was 2-0 in rings, and getting 2 wins back like that, and I think he's back into the swing of things at least. Maybe not taking on top elite guys as far as guys in like the top 10. Probably not. But I think he could still take on some guys. And he's only 31 years old. It's 10-10-1, which is kind of crazy. He's almost Mr. 500 there as far as in Pride FC. But he's, it's kind of crazy. He was the 4th middleweight in the world at one point, 6th welterweight in the world at one point. Is a former welterweight champion. And, to have him go down like that, it's always tough. But I think it's something that, a lot of people probably don't really think it's a good idea, because it's just like, why are you taking away someone who is very popular and very over with the fans? If they keep on losing like that, sometimes they just need a nice little change of scenery, as a nice change of scenery, and to be able to get some kind of tomato cans of squash to get the confidence back. And I think that's what he did, down in rings, and I think he'll be fine now. He doesn't have any negative or positive momentum, so that's a good starting point for him. And that's the only piece of mail we got. So let's get on with the show. Don't know why I turned to that screen, but that's okay. As Dennis Allman and Luis Santos is the main event. Co-main event, Kenny Florian and Mack Danzig. Lightweight bout. Another lightweight belt, and Gleison Tebow and Pat Healy. I'm sure Gleison Tebow's going to make that one not exciting. It's Bobby Hoffman versus Roy Nelson. Which, Roy Nelson's got at least 20 pounds on him. That's hilarious. So Joe Lozana and Alberto Crane. 3 lightweight belts on this TV. And then Jay Haron and Pete Sell open up the show. And the 2 prelim fights, Nate the Rock Corey against Ricardo Almeida, and it's Seth Petruzzelli taking on Wes Sims, which, let's see if Seth Petruzzelli can shock the world and knock out Wes Sims. I'm sure he'll actually be the favorite in that fight. As for the main event, this is now the 7th time that Superman Dennis Hallman will be main eventing at a Pride event, as Luis Santos coming in with a 5-inch reach advantage. Dennis Hallman has submitted 3 of his last 5 opponents. They're both world-ranked middleweights. Dennis Hallman 2nd, Luis Santos 13th, even though they fight at welterweight. First time they have fought. All the broadcast epics to Dennis Hallman, who's looking to bounce back after losing to John Alicio. And we all know, really he's only lost to Carlos Newton twice, Matt Hughes, and John Alicio, as far as in Pride FC. And then in everywhere else in the world, lost it in UFC 24, which was his first fight in the mod, and 2 fights that happened before the mod started. But kind of crazy. Dennis Hallman 13-4 in Pride FC, looking to take on Luis Santos, who is 4-2. He's had a good bit of fights so far. He had 1-05, 2-06, and now 3-07, and you're gonna have another one here in 08. Coming off a 3-fight win streak, after losing to Matt Hughes at Pride 32. Beating guys like Joe Scarlo, Jason Von Flue, and George St. Pierre. Pretty impressive wins. Very, very impressive, but this Hallman's just another class, That's a tough opponent. But we'll see. I can't really count out Luis Santos, because what I like about Luis Santos is that his striking ability. He's got a great striking advantage as far as the 5-inch reach advantage. I think he's a better kickboxer and stand-up guy than what Dennis Hallman is, but Dennis Hallman has surprised me a lot of times as far as his stand-up ability goes. That's wouldn't count on Luis Santos there. Depending on what his odds are, that might be a fun underdog bet. As co-main, Kenny Florian taking on Mack Danzig, as Danzig has finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. Danzig trains at Team Quest, which has a record of 1-0 against other members of that team. As Florian is ranked 16th in the lightweight division in Pride FC, and Mack Danzig is ranked 25th. So as far as co-main events goes, especially for these worldwide tapings, not the greatest. 2 guys outside the top 15 in the co-main is pretty nuts, but Kenny Florian has been a savage so far. He's 4-1 in Pride FC, definitely on the rise after losing to Gilbert Melendez at Brazilian Bushido 3. He's not really beaten as far as big names, but he's been having good and great fights. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's 11-2, 2 submission victories back to back too, which is great. And coming off of 2 pay-per-view performances too, having 3 fights in 2007 as well. He should be ready to go here against Mack Danzig, which Mack Danzig does have the Blurcast staff picks, even though he is 10-5. He's 2-2 in Pride FC. He just lost to Joaquim Hansen, a fantastic fight, and he has not had a bad fight really since 2004, which even then that was decent. He throws out exciting fights, likes to finish people off with the rear naked choke. You see there a lot of rear naked choke finishes. Either he gets tapped out by a rear naked choke, or he ends up winning with a rear naked choke, it seems like. But yeah, I mean, he is someone that, and both guys have lost to Gilbert Melendez, so we'll see what happens there. It seemed like to be on even footing as far as those two go. And Mack Danzig was on a lot of American Bushido cards you see there, 10, 13, and 14. So they'll be back in Japan. It's probably pretty awesome for him. It's back as with the mainstay of Pride FC. Pride FC, rather. Jesus, as that should be pretty fun. Gleison Tebow versus Pat Bam Bam Healy, a rematch. They fought in the main event of Cage Warriors 4, which happened in 2002. Gleison Tebow won by unanimous decision. Not surprised there. The way Gleison Tebow fights, very much a wear and tear, lay and pray type of system where you're just going to keep on trying to take you down. Pat Healy trains at Jackson's Submission Fighting. Gleison Tebow has enough a record of 1-0 against other criminals for that team. Pat Healy ranked 18th. Gleison Tebow ranked 21st. Obviously, you can never count on Gleison Tebow the way he fights. It's 4-3 though on Pride FC, which is kind of crazy because he's there for he started off in as far as for Final Conflict 2005, just coming up short against BJ Penn, which even then, it was pretty crazy that he even got that far with 2 split decision wins. Lost to Takara Gomi, then beat Thiago Tavares and Yves Edwards. But it seems like he's had poor, very poor, awful performances. He's someone that I would love to get rid of, but he just has such a great record, and he wins, even though it's not exciting. It's, it's just kind of the way she goes. But he's beaten, someone like Mack Danzig before. He's beaten a Blake Fredrickson. He's beaten a Pat Healy. Some names, though, as far as what they have come into, as far as middle-of-the-pack guys in Pride FC, and, of course, Blake Fredrickson, not here yet, but I'm sure he will be eventually. But yeah, I mean, really, as far as big-time wins, I guess you could say, Pat Healy's win might be the biggest, but he's also lost to Charles Bennett, which is pretty fun. And, yeah, I mean, Pat Healy, 1-3, not great. Just lost to Joaquim Hansen. Again, 2 guys have beaten Yves Edwards as well. So that there's really no poor Yves Edwards just going to get dragged. And, they both have beaten Mack Danzig, so that's just kind of fun. But they are very similar, and they are in the position now to where, Pat Healy's crazy enough, 24 years old, and has had a lot of fights under his belt. I would probably edge my bet to Gleison Tebow, but you never know. You never know with Bam Bam. He might, knowing that his job is potentially on the line, adds a little extra umph to it. It's Bobby the Truth Hoffman taking on Roy Big Country Nelson. Bobby Hoffman making his Pride FC debut. Nelson's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents. First time they have fought, which of course for Roy Nelson's going to have that 20 pounds, maybe even more, as Bobby Hoffman. 23-9, a lot of fights under his belt. Coming off a 2-fight losing streak, though, in the UFC, which is not great. Not great at all. But he did have a good stretch from 03 to 06, where there's nothing but good fights. Maybe he can get back on that track there. He's lost to Gilbert Yvel. He did have a time in rings, which he lost to Pete Williams, Greg Wicken, and Gilbert Yvel, which is not great, but he's beaten John Olev, and he's beaten Jeff Monson, and as far as really the big wins, that's about it for him, and then everything else was pre-mod. Yeah, coming in with 23-9, 2-fight losing streak. He's 41 years old. Doesn't have, those heavyweights, they stay around forever, seems like, but Roy Nelson, I'm surprised, 6'3", 2-2, just knocked out Czech Congo at Pride 35 Kamikaze. He's beaten Frank Mir. He can shockingly beat some big guys and some good guys as well. I would actually probably hedge my bet again to Roy Nelson, coming off a win. Bobby Hoffman had a bit of a losing streak going for him. Just don't see it happening. And Roy's size advantage, I just think Roy's going to use that size to his advantage. So Joe Lozon taking on Alberto Crane. So Alberto Crane hasn't won since March of 05. Joe Lozon's finished 4 of his last 5 opponents. Alberto Crane 9-3, 0-2 in Pride FC. Yeah, it's been a while since he's won. Losing to Tetsuya Kawajiri and Galavante, not a great sign. He really hasn't taken on a lot of names, though, at the same time. Really, the Melvin Gillard is probably the biggest win, and even then, it's not that big. I think Melvin's not even in our top 25 in the lightweights. He's the 22nd lightweight in the world, which is funny enough. You figured he would be someone way higher, or not way higher, way lower than that, and wouldn't even be in the top 25 in the world, especially with Joe Lozon, who is 4-1, I believe, 5-1, is not even the underdog. Bloodcat Seth picks have him winning this. Joe Lozon's a savage. I love Joe Lozon. I hope he does win this, as there is some biasy there. But Joe Lozon is an exciting guy. He brings some exciting fights, and should be a pretty exciting bout. Should be. We'll see how it goes. Jay Haron and Pete Dragozelle. Jay Haron is coming in with a huge Bloodcat Seth picks advantage, even though Pete Sell will have a significant weight advantage in their fight. Pete Sell's won his last 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. Jay Haron is 1-1. He's 8-4. Just beat Robbie Lawler. I wish he didn't, as would have loved Robbie get that win, but he's lost to Diego Sanchez, which that's a tough fight in your debut to take on Diego Sanchez. He's taking on some savages. Lost to Nick Diaz. He beat Jake Sukulim. And he took on Roman Michian at UFC 80, which that was a great fight, and he lost by rear naked choke. Really, besides the split decision win, he would have been, if let's say that doesn't go his way, he'd have lost 4 of his last 5, which would definitely suck for him. But luckily, the judges went his way. Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't even have one as far as Pete Dragozelle. As far as one backer, he's already gotten a win. He beat Chad Saunders, which it was a poor fight. They both have lost to Nick Diaz, so they have that going for him. As far as similarities there. Yeah, Jay Haron, I wouldn't cut out Pete Sell. The Rock, Nate Corey, taking on Carl Almeida, as Carl Almeida submitted his 3 of his last 5 opponents. So Nate Corey's won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. First time they have fought. Nate Corey will have a significant weight advantage, and Ricardo will have his Pride FC debut here, which Ricardo Almeida is 4-3 on the Bloodcat Seth pick, slight advantage. 11-7, not a great record. He's coming off a 2-fight win streak, though, both happening on local Legion shows in America. As far as big wins, I guess Melvin Manhoef went to M1 in 2002. Because really, he took on Andrei Simonov, lost to Flavio Luis Mora and Andrei Simonov. Just as far as big names goes, that's probably the biggest that I see. We'll see, though. Definitely a very, very talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy. High level guy. And when it comes to that, but I just think Nate Corey standing has a bit of an advantage on that. But him being a wrestler kind of plays into what Almeida's probably going to want to do as far as off his back. We'll see. Intriguing. I'm very intrigued by that. But Nate Corey is 1-0, 12-9. He beat Alex Schoonover in Pride FC Worldwide 8, which that was rated great. He hasn't really had a bad fight. The decent one was 2005, but even then, as far as he has never had a poor fight or anything like that. They've either been decent, average, good to great, and then a couple of fantastic. So he's someone that definitely brings it every time. Should be pretty fun. There. And then Seth Silverback Petruzzelli taking on Wes the Project Sims. Yeah, Petruzzelli is coming up. Wes Sims, big guy, he's got the reach advantage. He's finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, but I just think Seth Petruzzelli is just a little too much for him. But it's 5-2 on the Bloodcat Seth picks. They're both making their Pride FC debuts, which is always fun and exciting. 9-6-1 is Seth Petruzzelli. He had the one no contest thing, so a drug test failure. Not sure on whose part. Let's see, it was for his opponent. So originally, he lost by TKO in the 3rd round. But yeah, as far as he hasn't taken on any big names, anything like that, should be, again, he's had just a strange, just so many good to great fights. He's an exciting guy. He looks to standing there and throw hands, which Wes Sims kind of can do a little bit of everything, like from Lancaster, Ohio. As yeah, he's on a 4-fight win streak. Did pretty well in the UFC, which is kind of crazy. They didn't give him a lot of big time names though. At the same time, but I mean, yeah, he's 10-4. As far as a guy again doesn't really have a lot of bad fights. You can't really have a bad fight when you're a heavyweight unless you just get gassed. You'll knock somebody out in the first, or something's gonna happen. You'll get knocked out, or you'll knock the other guy out. The way a lot of those guys just kind of swing for the fences. But yeah, that should be an exciting prelim. We'll see how it goes. The betting line is -110, plus 100 for Seth Petruzzelli, the odds-on favorite. Reality self-defense, no team for Wes Sims. 6'10", 260, though, a big fucking dude. Big guy. Mixed martial arts, kickboxing, both guys 28. I mean, that's just, when you're 8 inches taller and 30-some pounds heavier, you'd think you'd have the advantage, but, Seth Petruzzelli seems to have the advantage. I would honestly put it on Wes Sims, to be honest. He's just too big. He's had UFC fights, which, even though it's not as prestigious as that once would be, thanks to us really hoarding a lot of the talent. And a big jump card, there's a referee, ringside judges. Yep, 25 pounds on him at least, as Wes Sims have. They touch gloves. Flurry of 4 punches from Petruzzelli. Sees them all connect and catches Sims a low kick to the front legs. Well, that's a great start. There's another jab, missing the body kick though. Sims looking to grapple, but Petruzzelli took the initiative first, and fails to find any of the strikes in the combo, then with a slithering low kick. There's a left hand and a right hand. Oh my, Petruzzelli is really letting the hands fly, as there's a jab and a right cross that lands hard. It's a punch, but Sims is equal to it. And now there's Wes Sims grabbing him, trying to muscle against the ropes. He does so. As always, circles out of it, this Seth Petruzzelli works out of trouble, circles back into the center. Now there's the boxing on display again. So he connects with a nice jab and the right cross. As Sims looking for the takedown, can't get it. Seems left hopping on one leg. He's going to drive him up against the ropes. Wow, and again, he escapes back. Good job from Seth Petruzzelli. Wes Sims really needs to open it up, to be honest. I don't know why he's not. Using the reach, just kind of do what you can. Just kind of shows you how great. Oh, there's moving in fast and clinching with him now. Can't get him, though, as he's trying to muscle against the ropes. Trying to wrestle him backwards against the ropes. He's got it this time. But again, same thing. Petruzzelli gets out of it. Nothing but air after the jab. And now, I mean, this has not been a great round. Petruzzelli's kind of gassed out. Looking to shorten the range, looking to get back into striking, but he just can't seem to find the mark now. Sims doing a great job trying to find that opening without getting hit. There's a left jab with the right hand. Spoke too soon there. There's a defensive jab from Wes Sims. It's now Petruzzelli connects with a nice jab and hits him with a straight right. Left jab, nothing but air on the big right. Trying to roll the shoulders, relax them. There's a 2-punch combo. Sims now seizing the opportunity after missing those 2 strikes, did Petruzzelli into a clinch. He's finally got him pinned, but again, same thing. Can slip right out of that. Now Wes Sims is getting tired. He's looking for the takedown though. He's not getting it. He's left hopping on one place. Now he's going to exert control now. They just hit each other with short punches in that position. As he's just going to smother him. 30 seconds goes by with basically nothing happening. Big John McCarthy's going to restart him in the center with 12 seconds. Jab lands, but the big right hand misses to end out the round. Not a great showing for Wes Sims. Love that Seth Petruzzelli was really landing a lot of shots, but there, about the second after the round, though, he just kind of fell apart. My opinion is, second round, Petruzzelli hits a left jab. There's a beautiful straight right from Sims. Looks like he might have broken his jaw on that one. As Wes Sims is going to look to get the takedown after breaking his jaw. Can't get the takedown. So just going to push him against the ropes. Again, same goddamn thing where you just pull clear and circle out of that. As he's breathing very hard, though, Seth Petruzzelli. Same thing with Wes Sims. And there's another straight right hand right on that broken jaw that drops him and knocks him out. Yeah, I mean, Seth Petruzzelli has dynamite in those fucking hands. The minus 110 pays off for Seth Petruzzelli. Minute 29 the second, that knockout and probably broken jaw for Wes Sims, losing his Pride FC debut. But a good win for Seth Petruzzelli. That was thanks everyone connected to Reality Self-Defense for helping him prepare for the fight and the sponsors supporting him financially. Yeah, Wes Sims just needs to find a team. Kind of his thing there is The Rock, Nate Corey taking on Ricardo Almeida as last prelim fight, 12-9, 11-7. 31 years old, 35 years old, 6 foot 205, 5'11", 185. This is more of a true traditional middleweight taking on a more light heavyweight guy. Muay Thai wrestling, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, Gracie Jiu Jitsu Academy, Ricardo Almeida Jiu Jitsu, minus 110 on the bank lines for Ricardo, minus 130 for Nate Corey. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough one to call. Very, very tough one to call. This is the classic striker versus jiu-jitsu guy in this case. But striker versus wrestler. But kind of Nate Corey is a combination of all of those things. We'll see. Big Drama Garvey's going to stay out there for this prelim fight as well. And again, 25 pounds on him. But, that's look what happened last fight. That someone had 25 pounds on him. He still knocked him out. This fight begins. They touch gloves. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in. As Ricardo timed it up well, moved in fast to start the clinch. Looking to suck him down to the guard, looks like. He blocks that, does Nate Corey, and takes control of the clinch. Knee strike to the body. Yep, he's got him up against the ropes now, looking for a sharp sweep. Can't get a nice solid base there from Ricardo. Now looking to go down low and grab both legs. Another good job by keeping good solid base. Remains trapped against the ropes though, can't get free. Looking for it again, he's got it this time, and he's got side control. Inside control, Nate Corey catches his breath, continues to come up to the body now. He's trying to move the guard, but Nate Corey doesn't allow it. As Corey keeps Almeida guessing with a few quick strikes and trying to transition the guard. He's Ricardo, but he can't do it. As looking to trap him in a half guard. Not happening though. Nate Corey's just kind of slowing things down so he can catch his breath. Halfway point in the first. Still just trying to catch his breath. There's a few right hands to the body. As oh wow, that's a good job from going from half guard to full guard. Now looking to get right back into half guard, and it's a scramble as Ricardo tries to get back up. Wow, as he comes out on top and gets side control of it. What a great job by Ricardo there to get out of that bad situation. He might still around depending on what he does. Just trying to pull guard, not happening there. Some small strikes again, just trying to catch his breath, looking to catch his breath. Looking to bring his legs in to trap him in the half guard. Where is, oh, yep, Nate Corey keeps him there. And half guard, trying to transition to full guard, which that gets blocked. Few right hands, as again, Ricardo just keeping him right there. Yeah, good round for Nate Corey. Got the takedown, landed the most strikes, definitely I think won the round, but Ricardo did a great job getting out of that bad situation and getting some shots in on top. See what happens in the second, as Corey throws a punch, but Almeida was equal to it, as and now Ricardo seizes that chance and grabs him to clinch, trying to grab an arm and trying to pull him down to the ground. Yep, does not happen as Nate Corey blocks that and takes control of the grappling. Looking to push him against the ropes. He does so. Looking to go down low and grabs both legs. He's got that too, but it's just as it's not really pretty as Ricardo's left turtle up on his hands and knees while Nate Corey's on top of him. Fires away with punches. Only a few actually find their way through though. He lands a few clean shots, but not many. He's really doing some shots. But oh wow, that's it looks like Ricardo is back up. It's now Nate Corey's starting to slow down, and Ricardo's shooting in for the takedown, and he's got it's a single leg too. Look at that. I mean, now Ricardo's got to lean back from a couple of wide swings from up top, trying to pass guard. He does so, but it's only half guard. So, I mean, Nate Corey might get gas in this third, and Ricardo might have a chance to really get something going. Now he's trying to get to side control. He loses control, and the scramble begins. So Ricardo's just back on top and side control. As they're trying to pull guard, not happening. Yeah, I mean, Ricardo every time just seems to find a way. Was just one strike off from it being tied as far as that goes. That's a close one to call. Very, very close. I would give a slight edge to Nate Corey, but fuck, it's tough. Last round. Let's see what happens. Ricardo steps in and grapples his opponent. Looking to take his fight to the ground, looking to pull him down. Again, just never works. I don't know why he keeps trying to do that. There's a nice knee strike to the side of the stomach. Trying to push him against the ropes. He does so. Now he's going down low and grab both of his opponent's legs. He's got another takedown. Nate Corey doing a great job. Blocks him to guard. He just got to stay there, and he's good. There's pulling the half guard is Ricardo. Trying to pound the guard. Is trying to move from half guard to full guard. There's a few right hands on the body. Blocks him to move from half guard to full guard. Corey throws a few right hands, man, just trying to catch his breath. He's trying to transition to full guard from half guard again. Has some right hands, but Ricardo deals with them comfortably. I'm going to get a double underhook to control him well, but it doesn't matter. The fight's over. The winner by unanimous decision should be Nate Corey. Yeah. And there's a decent fight. It's Ricardo 11-8, 13-9 for Nate Corey, who I would love to see him take on somebody in the top 25. That'd be great. That would be great. And giving thanks, Nate Corey praises his team at Ricardo Jiu-Jitsu, or Gracie Jiu-Jitsu rather, and is very responsive to all the fans came to support him. Nate Corey says a tough fight gives a shirt respect to Ricardo. Amanda is now on to the main card. Jay Haron and Pete Dragozelle is 8-4-9-4. Both New York guys is Freeport, New York, Bayshore, New York. 25 years old is Pete Dragozelle. 31 years old, Jay Haron. Both guys 5'11", 183. Wrestling, boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Extreme Couture, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. You're seeing that a lot of the guys that are obviously multi-skilled as far as wrestling and boxing, any type of standing and ground game, you obviously probably 9 times out of 10 have an advantage over someone that's just really his style is one thing. I see with the betting line, Jay Haron getting the win here. We'll see. We will see. As the taking moves a referee at ringside judges, although they weighed in the same, it's noticeable that Pete Sell looks a lot heavier than his opponent now. As round 1 begins, they touch up gloves. As Pete Sell looking for the takedown, he's got it. It's a single leg too. Fires off a few punches. As Jay Haron tries to smother him, he can't hold him down. Yeah, man, look at Pete Sell. Drago coming out hot. Attack does see Sell get pushed away. Though right out of the guard now, he's standing ahead of him. Sal tries to come in secure ground position. But look at Jay moving too quickly, scrambling for position before Sal can even get a hold of him. Wow. But somehow Pete Sell ends up on top of Jay Haron on north-south. As Sal pounds with elbows to the stomach, can't get any power behind him though, as Jay Haron tries to scramble out of underneath Sal, but is held firmly in place. And some more elbows to the midsection. Nothing really behind him, just kind of laying shots to lay shots. As Sal gives up the north-south position in favor of sliding over the side control. As Pete Sell again trying to just keep him down there. That's the thing, I'm just kind of shocked at how bad Jay Haron's doing here. I figured, I did say during the kind of pre-fight analytics that Pete Sell would probably be a nice underdog to back, but just you figured standing-wise, Jay Haron would have a better advantage, but obviously we have not seen what can happen if they're standing up against each other. Pete Sell looking to get mount. Jay Haron desperately trying to fight the mount. They find themselves scrambling for position. And, when Pete Sell's on his back, pulling half guard, Jay Haron throws a few strikes to the Venom. There's a few right hands to the body. Jay Haron blocks the attempt from half guard to full guard, trying to get his leg free out of half guard. As Sell tries to counter the pass attempt, and they find themselves scrambling for position. Scramble ends up with Pete Sell grabbing Jay Haron and shoving him against the ropes. Sell tries to take him down. Another successful takedown, 2-for-2, will be Pete Dragozelle in the first round. As Sell throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath. Jay Haron tries to pull a guard on Sell, but doesn't get anywhere at that attempt. Sell fires away the punches, does little in the way of damage, blocks with the pull guard. Sell again trying to get mount. As he loses control momentarily, and there's the scramble. And again, this time, finally, Jay Haron is on top, as Sell is underneath Jay in north-south position, as now it's sliding over to side control. We'll see what Jay can do with this minute left in the first. There's a few weak-looking punches, decides his next move. As Sell is struggling and gets half guard, as it pounds away with rights, doesn't do much damage, then out the round. Yeah, that was all Drago there. 2-for-2 on takedowns later, more shots. Couldn't really ask for anything better. It's a great first round. Great first round. We'll see how round 2 starts. As Sell hits the left jab, does connect with the right hand. Jay Haron's off target, it connects cleanly with the right hand. Can't connect the step strikes, then hits the right cross that lands hard. There's Jay showing off the boxing now, and there's a left hand. Can't connect the head kick though. Pete Sell looking to shoot him for the takedown. Great sprawl. Steps back safely for Jay Haron as slipping past the. Pete Sell missing the right hook and gets countered with a jab and a right cross that just misses. Jay Haron still moving well, but he's definitely breathing a little deeper now. It's the same thing with kind of Pete Sell. So he's starting to slow down a touch. Perhaps conserving some energy as he initiates the exchange of strikes. Sell hits a jab. Jay Haron can't connect with the jab and hits a nice straight right hand that lands hard. Can't hit the setup left jab and it's the right hook. As Jay Haron slips past the right hook and there's a quick left jab and a powerful straight right and he knocks him down. That's what happens. Do the boxing. You gotta stay up there with him. As he knocks him down. Sensing victory, starts to unload with some punches. There's some big right hands. Lands a few powerful shots. Wow, look at Drago staying alive somehow. And he blocks it into full guard. Pounds away with the right hand, so it doesn't do much damage. Cell trying to transition to half guard. Or he does do that, actually. As Haron tries to pound on Cell. All the blows are completely dealt with. Looking to get some underhooks set up so that Cell can get a scramble. Not enough separation, though, as he just catches him, secures side control. Haron pounds away, but Cell calmly deals with him. Tries to pull guard on Haron, but doesn't get anywhere with the attempts. Pounds away again, but Cell calmly deals with him to end out the round. So yeah, that was all Haron, obviously, with the knockdown. This should be an exciting third round. We'll see what happens, because obviously it would kind of suck to see Haron lose this fight, even though he had the knockdown. That would suck. Yeah, we'll see. We shall see. There's the bell. Cell steps forward, willing to take a few shots. It gets close enough to hit, as Haron hits a set left jab. And there's a nice straight right hand that lands hard, and he has rocked him again. Pete Dragozelle is in trouble here. There's a vicious right uppercut. Holy shit. Another knockdown. Didn't even knock him out. I'm surprised. Haron quickly pouncing, looking to rain down punches on the stunned Cell. Jesus, stop it, ref. How is he staying in there? As Haron is just tired at this point. Fair fucks to Cell that he has not been finished. He's trying to pass side control, doesn't have time to scramble for position though. As Cell's up first, quickly grabs him against the ropes. Looking to go down low and grab his opponent's legs. He does so. What is Cell gonna do now? Looking from side control to mount. He's got it, but Jay was ready for it, and the scramble begins. Scramble seats Cell up first. He's quick to wrestle Jay up against the ropes again. But rinse and repeat. He's got it. Into half guard into bed position. Oh, wow. Half guard to full mount. What in the world is going on? As Haron's trying to sweep in the bottom, that doesn't budge him. I can't believe he's not really fucking him up, though, at the same time. They're just kind of fairly taking it as far as Haron. But that's the end of the fight. Wow. I mean, I can't believe that. That's crazy, though. Cell came back like that. I would give it to Jay. I think that's the right guy who should win this fight. 2 knockdowns in 2 separate rounds. We'll see. Yep, Haron getting the win. What a fight, though. Fair fucks to Pete Dragozelle, though. I mean, he took a pounding and kept going. 9-5, 9-4 for Haron. As giving thanks, Haron praises Demon, Extreme Good Toys, very responsible, and fans coming to support him. Showing respect, Haron praises Cell for the skill and toughness. Yeah, I mean, that was a really good fight. As Joe Lozon taking on Alberto Crane, 5-1. Joe Lozon, as East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I feel like either he ran out of characters there, because that's definitely not. I don't know. That's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys. Caldo, Maida Jiu-Jitsu, Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. We'll see if he has better luck than Ricardo did. This is -120, +100 for Alberto Crane, who desperately needs a win. Joe Lozon could be 6-1, though, at 23 years old. Would be very, very frightening. We'll see what happens. So Dick Nguyen was a referee. Ringside judges. Fight begins. They touch gloves. Alberto Crane looked like he was going to step in and grapple, but Joe Lozon simply took the initiative first. Lozon fails to find over his jab, then scores with the right cross. There's a left hand and a straight right. Jab hits home, then another straight right. Oh, it looks like he's got a gash underneath the eye. This Alberto Crane is Crane warily circling, looking for an opening. He needs to get some grappling started. Joe Lozon just putting on a fucking boxing display here. There's a jab and a straight right hand. Backing off, hits a weak left hand. Another left hand and a right cross that lands hard. 1-2 from Lozon fails to land. Another 1-2. This time it does land. A left jab and a right hand lands hard. As they can't connect with the jab, but then catches Crane with a right hook. As there's a quick jab that pokes out and hits him. And again, another nice jab and a beauty of a straight right. I cannot believe Joe Lozon is just fucking him up. Fails to phone with his jab, but he hits a nice straight right hand. Can't connect with the step strikes, then catches Crane with a right hook, though. Left jab and a beauty of a straight right. Left hand and a right cross. Oh, referee's going to pause the fight, check on the cut. Okay, and it's quickly signals there's not going to be a problem, so we're back into it. Joe Lozon looking to step back in, and there's a punch, doesn't hit it, though. Company comes in closer. There's a 2-punch combo, but again, Crane avoids both of them. Lozon moving confidently around the ring, even though he's missed his last 3 shots. There's a weak flicked left-hand jab. As Lozon can't connect with a setup strikes, there's a beauty of a straight right, though. There's a left jab, but nothing but air on the big right. Can't connect the setup left jab, and there's the right hand, and he has reopened that cut. And there's a left hand and a missing with the vicious right hand, though. Joe Lozon getting a little tired from beating up Alberto Grain. Can't connect with the setup strikes, but then there's a nice straight right hand that lands hard yet again. The left hand and a right hand. There's a jab, nothing but air on the big right. There's a nice jab and a big right hand. Holy shit, that left hand from Crane. There's a punch, but Crane avoids it. Quick punch doesn't hit it, though. Crane takes a chance. It grabs Lozon in the clinch. Trip takedown doesn't work. And Joe Lozon blocked it now and takes control of the grapple. There's a knee strike to the body. Trying to wrestle Crane back to the ropes. He does so. As, another pause in the action. Yep, and it's only another minor cut. Restarted. Jab hits home, and then there's a shot. Can't connect with the sub strikes. It's another straight right hand. 1-2, but Crane was equal to both of them. Man, how many strikes did he fucking land? Yeah, he landed a lot of shots. A lot of shots from Joe Lozon there. Yeah, opened him up twice. Definitely won the round for sure, no question. We'll see what happens in the second round. I don't know if Alberto Crane's just trying to rope-a-dope him or what. Takedown's in for Grain. Partially defends it as Joe Lozon ends up hopping on one foot. Looks to push him against the ropes, looking for the takedown. Yeah, I mean, Joe Lozon's just a fucking problem, as Crane has now been on the back of the ropes now as a knee strike to the ribs. Knee strike inside his own thigh. There's a hard foot stomp. Some more sharp stomps. As there's a knee. Going for the knee, but Crane wrestles free and circles back to the center. Now Joe Lozon appears to be feeling a little fatigued for the first time. His hands starting to lower just a fraction. Lozon moves in on Crane. Looked like I'd rather see a shot from Crane, but Lozon was more aggressive, took the initiative as a jab. As he fails upon him, his jab, but there's a crunching right hook, though. Yeah, Joe Lozon might just have tired himself out there. There's the takedown attempt again. He can't get him down. I'm shocked as Crane's going to push him up against the ropes, looking for the trip. He's got it. It's taken out by a quick inside leg trip. Can do nothing but pull guard, looking to pass guard. Oh, boy, yeah, he might have rope-a-doped him the way that was going. As there's some short elbows, but all the blows are completely dealt with. Tries them with guard, but Crane doesn't allow it. There's some more elbows. As he's trying to pull guard, doesn't allow it. So, I mean, nothing really significant happens when he took him down, but fair fucks to him for taking him down. Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, really, Joe Lozon really didn't do jack shit that entire second round. He really blew himself up. Alberto Crane might steal this fight. He just might. We'll see what happens in the third. Final round, a tired-looking Joe Lozon shoots in for the takedown, can't get it. As you just push him against the ropes, looking for the trip, he can't get it either. Looking for it again, not happening. Third time, he's got it. Sweeps him down. Great job for Joe Lozon. A tired-ass Joe Lozon gets him down. It's Crane pushing Lozon away while defending the strikes right out of the guard. He's allowed to step back up. Lozon simply, yep, that just makes sense. Joe Lozon's doing a great job as far as standing so far. Might as well keep it going. Crane looks for the takedown, can't get it. As he drives him against the ropes, look for the sweep. He's got it. No answer for the slick trip. Oh, looking to get mount. He's trying to get mount, but Joe Lozon obviously is ready for it and immediately starts to scramble. Oof, yeah, Joe Lozon is probably going to get tired out here the way this is going, as he ends up having to pull guard, losing out in the scramble. Crane doing a good job of getting from half guard in a better position, looks like. Lozon's trying to counter the pass attempt, and they find themselves scrambling for position. Crane somehow on top of Joe Lozon on the north-south. Attempts to shift to side control, using that opportunity to scoot out and scramble. But the scramble sees Crane up first, and then only be grabbed and wrestled against the ropes immediately. Minute left. Lozon with a hard stomp, looking for the takedown, and a great takedown, and might have just secured the win right there with that takedown. There's some right hands, nothing significant's going to happen. Pushes them up out of guard again. Lozon's just going to stand him up to end the fight. Yeah, I mean, Joe Lozon won that fight. Yep, definitely for sure. Unanimous decision, 6-1. Alberto Crane 9-4. Not great. 0-3 in Pride FC. He'll have one more, and then he'll be sent down the rings. As yeah, I mean, not great. He was the underdog in that one, though, so I can't really fault him there. Gives an intro to everyone at Ricardo Almeida Jiu-Jitsu, all of his various sponsors, all the fans, family, and supporters. It's praises Crane for the tough fight. It's Bobby the Truth Hoffman taking on Roy Big Country Nelson. Moving on to the next match here is, yeah, Bobby the Truth Hoffman taking on Roy Big Country Nelson, 23-9, 6-3. Very, very different as far as fight records. Roy Nelson, 31 years old though, and Bobby Hoffman, 41 years old. Kung Fu Jiu-Jitsu, Shoot Fighting, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Hammer House for Roy Nelson, Las Vegas, Nevada, Bettendorf, Iowa. See what happens. Montakawa's our referee. Ringside judges, opening bell. They touch gloves. Hoffman steps in, seemingly willing to take some strikes. That means getting close enough to wrestle. Jab hits home from Nelson. There's a right cross that lands hard. Quick punches that hit it though. Hoffman's able to grab him. Looking to get his wrestling on. Can't move him though. Yep, good look. Moving that big bastard. As Nelson looking for the trip takedown, that ain't happening. As Hoffman blocks that. Looking for the trip. Can't get him. Well, there's a break in the grappling. As they're circling, they engage. Right hand gets blocked. Can't hit the right cross. This definitely shouldn't have been so high on the card. As slipping past the right hook attempt and attacks with left jab and a right hook that's ducked. Punch, but Hoffman avoids it. Hoffman takes a chance and grabs him into a clinch. He can't keep control, and Nelson wrestles himself into a down position. Nelson looks to get the trip takedown. Doesn't get the trip though. Hoffman instead wrestling into a dominant position in the grapple. Let's see as Hoffman does get him as he's stuck his back on the ropes there. As he's looking for the takedown. And it's successful. He's got side control. If there's a few right hands, takes a moment to plan ahead. Nelson tries to pull guard on Hoffman. Doesn't get any with the attempts. Throws some small strikes. Clear, just taking a moment to catch his breath. Hoffman keeps Nelson guessing with a few quick strikes. Nelson tries to transition the guard, can't manage it. Looking to get mount. Almost gets it. Nelson was ready for it. The scramble begins. Scramble leaves Nelson turtle up facing Hoffman. Knee strike, but looking for it at least. But Nelson is back up too quickly. Roy Nelson's already a little fatigued. There's a punch, but Hoffman avoids it. Hoffman seizing the chance and shoots in on Nelson. Can't get past the great sprawl of Nelson. And he has to give up on the takedown attempt. Roy Nelson just looking really tired. Their brace of left jabs while backing away, doing no damage at all. As he fails to follow his jab, there's a beat of a straight right though. Oh, and that last shot has rocked him. As he is trying to cover up the best he can. As Hoffman somehow dodges the vicious overhand right. I can't believe it. He somehow gained his wits about him and didn't even get knocked down after that. Jab is wide from Nelson. There's the big right hand. They stand and trade strikes. Neither fighter can land anything significant though. As Nelson stumbles into a clinch, as he's just blowing up at this point. Manages to control him against the ropes. Looking for the takedown. Oh, it's ugly as sin. But Nelson doesn't up on the ground. He's turned up on his hands and knees, and Hoffman's on top of him. Short knee strike to the side of the head. Oh, and he is getting rocked. Is he going to survive the round? No, he will not. Montakawa is going to stop the fight by TKO in 9:42. What a great win for Bobby Hoffman. Wow, yeah, Roy Nelson just kind of got gassed. You know, he had him on the ropes, rocked him, big time shot, missed the vicious right hand, and just got fucked up on the ground. That was crazy. It was a good win for Bobby Hoffman. He gives thanks. He praises his team at Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. He's very responsive to all the fans who came out supporting him. He celebrates starting his Pride career with a win. Gleis T-Bow, Bam Bam Healy. Moving on to the next fight here is 16-4, 16-5. Very, very similar. Obviously a rematch here between the two. 5'9", 161. 6 foot, 161. Both guys 24 years old. Very, very crazy there. The similarities. Coconut Creek, Florida, St. Louis, Missouri. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling. Lions Den, Jackson submission fighting. Pat Healy has the advantage. We'll see what happens. Dick Nagoon was the referee. Ringside judges. Fight begins. They touch gloves. Seeing his opponent about to shoot in. Gleis T-Bow timed it up well. Moved it, starting in the clinch. Gleis T-Bow starting to muscle him up against the ropes. He does so. There's a looking for the foot stomp, but Healy takes the opportunity to turn him around so that he's in the dominant position, trying to dirty box with Gleison. Finds himself being out wrestled, turned around so that he's the one up against the ropes, looking for the takedown. T-Bow gets dropped. Drops down, rather, gets a hold of a leg. Healy remains standing on the other foot, leaning against the ropes. Healy keeps calm, manages to pull Gleison T-Bow back into the clinch, preventing the takedown. Gleison T-Bow shows great control, keeping Healy pressed against the ropes. Full minute elapses with very little happening other than short punches and some posturing. Gleison T-Bow tries to maintain control, but Healy wrestles way out of trouble, and turns that Gleison T-Bow ends up backed against the ropes. Gleison T-Bow using his wrestling to prevent any dirty boxing. They separate him. Gleison with the takedown attempt. He can't get past the sprawl. Two fighters get up close, start wrestling for position. Healy seems to get the advantage, trying to push Gleason up against the ropes. Does so. Some dirty boxing, but Gleason Tebow using wrestling to prevent any strikes from happening. Same thing there. As Gleason Tebow goes for the ribs, then the head with short punches. Past the halfway mark now as Healy smothers Gleason Tebow against the ropes and scores with the left to the side of the stomach. Gleason Tebow waits for Healy to try some dirty boxing. They quickly using wrestling to turn him around so he's back against the ropes. There's a hard foot stomp. Smother against the ropes. Healy cannot get free. Nothing really happens in the next 60 seconds or so. They remain in close grappling exchange, occasionally short punches. As I think everyone's got to separate him again. As Gleason Tebow trying to muscle him against the ropes. He's got him. But he's looking to maintain that control, being his wrestling skills with Patty is just too good. And they turn him around, so now he's the one down position to clinch. They're just too similar, it seems like. As Gleason Tebow scores a few punches to the ribs, trying to keep Gleason up against the ropes. Tebow reverses it, now he's the one to control. Looking to go down low and grab both legs. It's unsuccessful as Healy maintains a good position. He's still stuck against the ropes, though, however. A minute left. Will he get that takedown? Nope, gets blocked. And yeah, can't do anything against the ropes. Oh, and now Gleason Tebow's back in control. A few short punches to the ribs. And man, Gleason Tebow, they just keep on reversing each other, one after another. Tough one to call, as far as who had more control. I really feel like Gleason did. He landed more shots, went for takedowns. I give it to him. Yeah, just, lots of Gleason Tebow fight. Not a lot happening. Bell rings. Round 2 begins. Like they're about to see Gleason Tebow try to get some grappling started, but Healy was more aggressive, took the initiative. Punch from Healy fails to land. There's moves in on Gleason Tebow preparing to throw. Combo that ends with a head kick attempt, fails to land. Healy was too aggressive too, and that last kick gets caught. Can't get the takedown though. Just ain't happening. Oh, but isn't a pretty tactic. But Gleason Tebow is wearing Healy down by keeping him trapped against the ropes, forcing him to carry all that weight. Just complete control. Gleason Tebow's doing is a grueling close-up battle with short strikes for about a minute. Healy wrestles back against Gleason Tebow, turning around, so now he's the one in control. Looking to get some dirty boxing going. There's a stomp on the foot. Referee going to restart him back in the center. Gleason Tebow starting to breathe a little deeper now. Same thing for Pat. As Gleason Tebow looked like he was about to shoot, but Healy stepped in fast and started to clinch. Looking at the muscle movement against the ropes. He can't manage it though as it gets fought. Off as Pat Healy's trying to push Gleason Tebow back against the ropes. He's got him against the ropes, trying to get some dirty boxing, then quickly using wrestling to turn him around so has his back to the ropes. Gleason Tebow looking for the takedown, managed to secure a leg, leaving Healy hopping on the foot. Gleason Tebow cannot get a takedown though, as Healy blocked it and managed to pull him back into a clinch against the ropes. Gleason Tebow pins Healy up against the ropes. Gleason Tebow and Pat Healy remain up against the ropes for the remainder of the round, doing little other than occasional short punches, and that's the end of the second. Again, Gleason Tebow doing his thing. He just is such a force. It's hard to stop him. Last round, as Healy doesn't trouble his opponent, comboing with a high right head kick. Gleason Tebow, after that failed combo, is able to grab him up against a clinch. Looking to bump against the ropes, drops him down low, grabs a leg. He's got him on the takedown. He's finally got that takedown. It's time for lay and pray time. Pat Healy, it's nice knowing ya. Oh, looking for the arm from the bottom. Yeah, nope, can't secure it. As Gleason Tebow is able to skillfully slip past two side control out of that. A few right hands to the body. Tries to transition the guard, can't manage it. Minute left. Fires off a handful of punches, each easily being blocked with gloves. As Healy tries to move the guard, but Gleason Tebow doesn't allow it. And pounds away, but Healy isn't in trouble with the strikes. To end out the fight, your winner in a shitty performance, Gleason Tebow. Yeah, no surprise there. So yeah, Pat Healy, going to be 1-4 now. Not great. We'll give him one more. I think that's fair. One more and he'll be gone. He'll be bitten down, the rings will go. As Gleason Tebow gives his name trick to everyone at Lions Den, all of his favorite sponsors, all the fans, all of his friends, family, and supporters. He says he has a lot of respect for Pat Healy and praises his toughness. Ken Florian taking on Mack Danzig in our co-main event. 11-2, 10-5. Boston, Massachusetts. Los Angeles, California. 27 years old, 5'8", 161. 31, 5'10", 161. 11-2, 10-5. Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Team Bomb Squad, Team Quest, both guys minus 140. I'm going to go with Kenny Florian on this one. That's my prediction. Iwan Takawa's our referee. Ringside judges come together and start wrestling in over-under position. Danzig seems to have the advantage. There's a knee strike to the body. Trying to muscle Florian up against the ropes. Does so. He's got him pinned. Oh, looking for a sweep. Wow. Mack Danzig, slick trip. Has no answer for you, Skinny Florian. Inside control. There's some knee strikes to the ribs. Punching down. They're taking on the gloves, though. Keeps him getting a few quick strikes. Does a few weak-looking punches. Florian tries to move the guard. Danzig doesn't allow it. Danzig fires off a few punches that aren't throwing any great force. Danzig blocks Florian as he tries to transition. Throws a few right hands, mainly just trying to catch his breath. Blocks with him to pull guard. No progress being made. Iwan Takawa brings him back into the center. Danzig closing the distance, obviously looking to strike. Florian aiming to get in close, but Danzig aggressively took the initiative. Doesn't land on any of the 3 strikes he threw at Florian. Danzig shoots in for the takedown. He's got it. Florian pulls guard. There's some elbows. Doesn't really do damage, though. Florian pushes Danzig while defending the elbows right out of the guard. There's a sharp kick to the calf. A fucking calf kick for Florian. In comes Danzig. We're going to get some ground control starting, but Danzig dives in, and Florian just pushes them away and starts to scramble. Neither fighter can get an advantage, so they both end up on their feet. Florian closes in on Danzig, looking to unleash some strikes. Maintenance in up to shoot was Danzig, but again, Florian taking the advantage as there's a 1-2. Florian doesn't land it, though. It's a quick exchange to produce the damage. Can't connect with a jab, but there's a nice straight right hand for Mack Danzig. It's able to grab him as Florian tries to knee him, but he gets blocked. Trying to muscle him against the ropes as Danzig can't do it, as Florian defends that well. There's a knee strike to the body. Another knee strike to the body. A third one to the stomach and to the side of the stomach. Oh, yeah, actually just to the side of the stomach. I'm an idiot. Looking to push him against the ropes. He can't do it, though. He's got it this time. Now look for the sweep. It's a superb outside leg trip. Gives up his back out. Oh, now he's got both hooks in. Rear naked choke down out the first. Yep. Sure is. Mack Danzig is your winner. 11-5, 11-3 for Kenny Florian. And Mack Danzig, when he's got you on the ground and you give up your back, it's over. It's Mack Danzig. Just a problem. Problem with that rear naked choke is, yeah, he's gonna be taking on. I mean, he wants Daisuke Nakamura, but I think that's a bit too low for him. I think he should take on somebody in the top 15. Mack Danzig gives a name trick to everyone at Team Quest, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters, and everyone asked who he'd be interested in fight next. Reiterates that Daisuke Nakamura is the fight he really wants. Main event time. Superman and Allman taking on Luis Santos. 32-7, 15-7, 5'9", 183 from Yelm, Washington. 6 foot 183 from Brazil. Luis Santos wrestling Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu. No team shooter box. Pretty close. Plus 290. Minus 370. This Hallman. See what happens. Iwan Takawa's having a lot of fucking bouts to referee this card. Opening bell. Meet the center. Santos slips past the right hook and counters with a jab and a head kick that's just off target. That would have been crazy. Santos pressuring him. Looking to step into the pocket. There's a 1-2 from Santos. Fails to land. They meet in the center. Santos dodging the right hand and counterattacks with the left jab and a good right hand. Yeah, that's how you use that reach advantage there. That's awesome. Stepping forward, strike exchange begins. Tries at the jab, but misses this Allman. Santos can't connect with the jab. There's a sick right head kick, and he knocks him out. Let's go. Luis Santos, shocking the world. Dennis Hallman, meet your fucking maker. 32-8, 16-7. Luis Santos knocks him out with a head kick in minute 22 in the first round. Upset City. As he thanks everyone connected to Shoot the Box for helping him prepare for the fight, his sponsors for supporting him financially. Asked about the fight-ending kick. Luis Santos puts it down to his training, gives the credit to for him developing his power. And yeah, what a knockout. Crazy. Man, this card would have been awesome if it wasn't for Clayson T-Bow and Pat Ely. That's nuts. Yeah, it's tough. It was still 70, but it'd probably been even better. Probably been in the 75-80 category. That's okay. Still made 6 million or 6,000 attendance rather, $2 million made, and it increased our pop everywhere. So great success for the TV. So we're gonna give a performance boost to Luis Santos there. Good shit. Great shit. Made $4 million thanks to the subscriptions and whatnot. Great job. All right. So thank you all, everyone. As what a show. Very, very exciting, besides the Gleison T-Bow fight. That's a Gleison T-Bow fight for you. As, man, that might be, could be a card of the year, depending on how that goes. I mean, that was nuts. That was a fun TV. As we'll see what happens next time as regards to Pride FC. As I believe it's Bushido Osaka 6, which it's Simi Chalette and Mirko Krokop at the main event. That's very much a fight that was circled and can't wait for. That's going to be a lot of fun. Absolutely. And then after that, it's BJ Penn, Gilbert Melendez 3 at Pride FC Worldwide 14. We got a lot of big-time cards happening. But yeah, we'll catch you guys next time for Bushido Osaka 6, Simi Chalette versus Mirko Krokop. Take care, everyone.